Welcome back to Sage here on the Sage channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at ArtCorp Area 18, as well as a few other things. Mainly a few other things are going to be here in the hangar. You might notice right away that if you've seen this hangar before, this is the, what is it, Revel and York hangar. They've changed the lighting. They've actually changed the lighting on a few of the hangars. But this one's a bit darker now, and the floor is much more reflective now. The main change is that. Some people aren't too happy with it, myself included. I'm not too keen on it being darker, but it does look nice with the reflective floor. I just wish it felt a bit like it was before, where it was almost too bright, just because it was nice to have one of those hangars where it's like, yes, you can see every nook and cranny of a ship. That said, maybe they'll just let us put lights around on our own, like light posts or something, or, you know, position lights. I came over here, though, because they've also added this machine here, which is pretty nifty. You might have seen it before. I think it's been in the hangar for a while, but you can now go ahead and click on that. It'll bring up this screen here, and you can actually select through the Star Marine sort of suits of armor. You got down on the bottom your outlaw ones, you got your light armor, you got your medium armor, you got your heavy armor if it loads. Actually, pretty cool about the heavy armor is if you have that on, initializing, you actually get like a little health thing right there. Pretty cool thing. Let's see, if we run, does the little heartbeat thing go faster? Boop. Boop. Okay, let's stop running. No, it looks about the same. Pretty cool nonetheless, though. That's got a bit of UI that actually shows up there. Let's go ahead and switch back to another suit or two. There we go. And let's switch to this one. The Marine Light Armor. Little tiny dot that's just showed up there. I think it's part of the UI that we just had. Got some of the medium, which looks pretty cool, and the heavy, which actually, if you look at the leg joints, I find with the heavy, doesn't really happen too much there, but the leg joints here, looks about right, actually. I thought the leg joints were popping up higher, but it is a tight fit, the whole suit overall, as compared to the heavy armor here, which is still very loose. I actually don't really like the outlaw armor too much. This one's sort of alright, but a lot of these almost feel modern worldy to me for some reason, and well, I guess they're outlaw. They're supposed to be a bit mismatched. Anyway, let's go ahead. We'll select this one. I just like the cowling around the neck. Reminds me of something from proper sci-fi, or, well, I say proper, from Mass Effect or something like that. And now let's go ahead and head in here. We'll get ourselves over to ArtCorp nice and quick. And we go into the elevator here. If you've seen how to get to ArtCorp before, it's the same as always. They have changed it, though, so you can access any open instances now. Apparently, there's only one open for me. So we can go ahead and click that and launch into it. They've also changed it now. Ooh, loading screen. Anyway, as I was saying, they've also changed it now so you can have up to 40 people per instance on ArtCorp, which is pretty nice. And of course, this loading screen is pretty nifty itself, in the fact that it's, you know, got the ArtCorp stand and 3. Anyway, if you like to read that, you can go ahead and pause there and read that. Hello, Mr. Hunchback. Anyway, as I said, they've upped the count to 40 people, so you'll find quite a few. Also, look at that face. That is a face only a mother could love, that robo face. He's gotten into monkey mode too. It's a very odd, that helmet. I'm really not sure I like it. I like the greebles and stuff, but I guess it's just the fact that it's so, like, the eyes and mouth stuff is set back farther than some of the stuff around it. Mixed feelings on that. Anyway, in the full game, there's going to be assortments of different helmets and everything you can change and choose from for different aesthetic appealing reasons as well as functionality. Anyway, not much has changed in here. We still have to go through the sort of check-in here. Howdy, how you doing? Okay, good. I'm doing good. Yeah, I got nothing to declare. Okay, let's go out here. And once we're into ArtCorp, we might notice some things different right away. Yeah, it's almost like I planned that. Minus maybe the crash and the fact that it's on fire now. Oh my, I think that person is attempting to commit suicide. Those will actually blow up. Well, that's one of the big things they've changed is you can now drive buggies that spawn around ArtCorp and blow them up. You don't have to own a buggy. All you got to do is just find one. And that guy definitely seems like he's just attempting to commit suicide right now. It's very finicky to drive. I drove one earlier, and it seems like just as over time they go wrong. Anyway, what we're going to do here is go in a counterclockwise fashion to all the shops, or stores, or whatever you want to call them at this point. I guess shops is befitting. And just look at the changes they've made to the front of the area, and the glass window just broke. And they're getting out of it. Yeah, I think it's about to go. Anyway, Cubby Blast. They've changed it a fair amount. Here's what it used to look like. Pretty decent thing. It wasn't the best in the world, but now look at it. It's gotten much nicer. The fact that they've inset a bit, I think, is odd, But I mean, like right here on the corners, I think it's a bit odd that it's inset, but the fact that it curves outwards and has this sort of slants to it in the screens and all that, I like it a fair amount. Oh god, what are these guys doing getting in that car? I don't think you should be in that car anymore, guys. Okay, we'll just... Oh my god, that thing's just gonna go. Oh god. No. No. Yeah. You might see some people coming out of the medical unit. If you get run over or that thing blows up while you're in it, as I think one did over to our left there a second ago, you'll respawn in the medical unit, which I'll purposely get myself killed in a bit so you can see the inside of the medical unit. They've changed it around, well, maybe not change it, but you can now access more of it. I'll also go ahead and run this way, because of course, as I said, they didn't change the outside of the medical unit, or really the inside, but they did change something I found over here. I think it was it down this way? I can show you it anyway. There's a few other areas now where you'll find fences where there weren't. There isn't really one in here, but they have changed out all these doors. So you remember here I was joking around about Dr. Mercer's surgery or something I'd love to see back here? Well, it used to be double doors here. In fact, there used to be double doors right there as well. All the doors that you would have seen that you couldn't access in the past have now been replaced with these no entry authorized personnel only things. So that leads me to believe that they'll be able to very easily swap that out for a new door and actually put storefronts and stuff in there in the future once they get around to that. So that's pretty nifty stuff. Let's go ahead and run back up here, because that wasn't actually the alleyway I was thinking of, but it got to the point anyway. There was another alleyway where there was a more noticeable dead end that they had added and fenced off. And let's run up to the ArcCorp job well right here. And the ArcCorp job well, it used to look, well, like this. Not exactly impressive at all, honestly. You could almost think, is that even a store you can go inside? Well, now, it definitely looks like something more serious, doesn't it? I mean, it's got like the big ArcCorp hologram like before. That guy just got run over. Yikes. Yikesy doodland, and he despawned. Hopefully eventually we'll have security guards and stuff for that. Well, I know they will in the full game. Don't know how long it'll be before we actually get stuff like that, but you can also see we got the ArcCorp finally right in front of that. ArcCorp stuff right here, making you understand what it is. A sign there. You got your nice pillars. The overall silhouette is great. The almost half cylinder or small squat cylinder with the stuff moving across it. The screens up there. Jesus. It's all very nice. I like it. I don't exactly like the close-up details on these pillars. For some reason, even though they're beveled, even though they all look like they're built proper, there's something about them just bugs me. I don't know. Something about them just doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem like it's high enough detail. I'm pretty sure that guy just nicked me. Yikes, you little dandy. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so let's move on to the interior of the hospital here. This is the room, one of the many rooms you'll respawn in. You'll see people respawning all the time in here. No one's watching me. I wanted like a seasoned synthetic, like, you are now free to go, sir, or something like that. I know it's a different universe, but I really want like seasoned synthetic style synthetics in this game. Even though they're against AI people in the lore, I really would love to have that sort of thing in this game universe. Also, I'll notice that the doors, I'm pretty sure they're not finished yet. You see that? That door clearly looks like it's supposed to have a seam down the middle of it. The whole thing slides. I think right now it's just a stopgap until they get the door properly modeled. Then we might see these like locks flipping and flopping and all sorts of stuff before the door actually opens. Pretty cool. Nice. It's really nice actually to be in this hallway. Did this door just open and close? I didn't actually take too good of a look around that room since I haven't really been in here too much. Could somebody kindly die? That was a door behind me opening. No? Nobody? No? Well, we'll just move on then. I decided against it and waited for a door to open. Yes, I made it. Okay. Well, I might have decided against I decided against moving on, honestly. I decided I wanted to look around this room a bit more because I hadn't looked at all the little tiny itty bitty. Oh my god, now 20 people are spawning. I waited for like 3 minutes. Now 100 people are just spawning in here. Hey, yeah, this is a room. Check it out. It's got lots of nice little details on the ceilings and these sort of like almost like vents that reach up into the corners. That's really cool. Walls a bit bland, makes me feel like a prison almost, but honestly, overall, it's pretty awesome. There's so much detail on the ceiling. I love it. And I love the lighting. It's great. It's fantastic. Okay, now we took a proper look at that, even though, God, look at the poor amount of detail and texture work at the bottom there. I could use some love. Anyway, now let's leave this room. There we go. And of course into the hallway once again. You got some more stuff. You got some unfinished nonsense going on here where you can like see out into the skybox. Yep, there's the skybox. Gigantic dandies. They'll get there, though. And now we can go out here. Odd that it says home. Why does it say home? Odd. Anyway, let's head out once again into this medical area. Jesus, I want a ship like with this art style. I hope I got myself an Endeavor. I'm not sure I'll keep it. Honestly, I don't like the exterior of the ship, but I'd love to have a gigantic medical like frigate with this art style to it. That would be amazing. Anyway, let's move on from here and hopefully not get run over this time. And move on past the ArcCorp job well. I feel like I need to have like a mobile shield I could deploy. Jeez, I thought I was going to hit that pole. And I thought that was a robot there at the docking station. Whew. Anyway, they did a little tiny change to the bar. Not really anything serious. I'm not even going to show you the old one. But what they did do is make that thing up there spin. It's a small change, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Also, I'm pretty sure that guy was aiming for me. I'm pretty sure if you look up there, you'll see that tiny bit of red. There's actually an area up there with a bunch of chairs and stuff. People have glitched their way up there before. I'm pretty sure it wasn't lit up like that in the past, so that's pretty cool to see that changing. Overall, I don't think the building has changed too much, and I still wish they would be working on some procedural technology so you could explore every room and every floor of every building. That's just me, though. Nothing is ever big enough in the world. I always want everything to be built out fully. Anyway, we do have this here, and they have said they're working on procedural planets, so who knows, maybe they're working on that. This here, which is that one gated area I wanted to tell you guys about, that I don't remember there being a gate there. I just remember it being a wall or one of those solid metal doors. Anyway, now let's move on to the next place, which I believe is a clothing shop. They've updated it a fair amount. Oh, actually, did you see that? Hold on. There was an LOD issue there. Wow, look at that. What is all that about? You see that yellow stuff there? It's almost like inner working and structural supports and piping and all that. I wonder if this stuff is like damageable, like if you shot it up enough you could see that underlayer, similar to how the ships work. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Well, he's trying to get out, and he's out. Great. I'm sure nothing bad is ever going to happen here. He's just like backing away. Oh boy. Yeah. You want to just ram that stuff? Oh, one of them despawned. I guess they're like, once they're shot up enough, they'll despawn after a while. Hopefully. I say shot up enough, crashed into stuff enough. Anyway, wow, that guy is trying to go somewhere he probably shouldn't. Jesus. Anyway, Casaba Outlet. They've gone ahead and updated their stuff. It used to look like this. You know, pretty straightforward, kinda. No, it wasn't that interesting, was it? But now it looks like this. They got like a nice big arch at the top, and it looks a bit, you know, clothing store pretentious, you know, that sort of thing. The clothes they have on display are not particularly futuristic or interesting at all either. I mean, jackets sort of like, okay, pants, yeah, sure, whatever. Was there just a guy crouching around the corner there for a second? Yeah, whatever. It's overall, bleh. But the store, it's all actual technically quality artwork, you know, when it comes to 3D modeling and texture work. Especially, I love the fact that the Casaba Outlet stuff actually has the little glowing hex grids in them. That's pretty damn cool. And the lights even have hex grids. Pretty damn nifty, actually. Coming soon! So, one day we're going to be able to buy clothes in this world. I don't know if it'll be at the launch of the mini PU, the mini Babby Persistent Universe, or if it'll be later on, or maybe even earlier from that. They were talking about letting you buy it with a rec, which you earn from doing Star Marine stuff and All-Stars and stuff. None of it's set in stone, it would seem, yet. But eventually we're going to be able to buy clothes actually in this little tiny area here, which should be pretty damn nifty. It's not sure if it'll carry over into the Persistent Universe either. But who knows? We'll find out as time goes by. Okay, Astro Armada. So, here's what it used to look like. Here's what it looks like now. It's an improvement. Probably more of an improvement than I realized just looking at it right now. I can't switch back and forth between the images live. Oh boy, don't scare me like that. But right now, it's pretty nifty. Also, the top is greatly improved. You got a holographic thing as opposed to before it was just the building like that. Pretty nifty. Again, with the pillars bugging me, something about these pillars just doesn't look right to me. Especially the fact that they're curved like this. I like the silhouette of them, but something about just these stone pillars with minimal detail on them just doesn't seem right. Especially for this place, because when you go inside, so much of it is black and gold, which I actually absolutely love. Oh my god. In fact, recently, they showed some Zion? I can never remember how to say it properly, my apologies. But they showed some more concept work on the Zion Scout. It's not Zion, I know that. Xion, there we go, that's how you say it, I think. Xion Scout. And that thing looks incredible. I mean, look at this. Hey. And they also actually said part of the corner of what they showed was, what was it? Futuristic Gothic. So that was like, oh my god, yes. Yes, that is what I want. I want futuristic Gothic. So I'm willing to melt pretty much every single one of my ships at this point to get anything Xi'an. Just because it's like, if they're futuristic Gothic, I want a medical ship, like, by them. I want all my ships by them. Oh, okay, so we come down here, enough of that off-subject thing. Dumpers Depot! Nothing's changed there. As far as I can tell, the inside is exactly the same. Flaws and all. I mean, like, let's run in here. And let's see, is the most annoying thing in the world still screwed up? Yes, it is. Look at those buttons. That is some seriously screwed up wonkiness there. They're just, like, all bent and it doesn't look like they've been bent from, like, something smashing into this. It just looks bad. So this dice still needs, you know, lots of love. It'll probably get lots of love, you know, when they actually start putting components you can sell or stuff into the game. Okie dokie, or completely reworked, who knows. Anyway, you might have not seen this hallway before. It was fenced off with a fence, like that one little hallway I was showing earlier. It's now open, so we can actually go down this way and explore. And we got this black goop here that we could gobble up and make yourself terribly sick on or something. Oh boy. And we come to a nice little fork in the road here. It's actually a three-way fork. No, 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 no! Oh, dude. You're not doing well. Dude. Oh, goodbye. I'm amazed he hasn't gone kaboom yet. I'm expecting it like any second now, because when I was driving one, it was getting damaged just from driving, so... I mean, I'd expect these things to be electric, so I don't know why they're frazzing out so much. I'm assuming they just... that guy was like crawling on the ground trying to avoid that. I'm assuming they're just doing it right now, that way they'll wear out quickly and be replaced that way. Everyone can basically have a go. Yeah. Here's another dead end, though. Pretty damn awesome nonetheless. Galleria coming spring 2932. Authorized personnel only. Pretty damn awesome, though. And I like the fact that these metal bars are actually modeled out. It's not just like a flat texture. It's awesome. It's great. Even the door's bent a little bit. Like amazing little tiny bits of detail added to it, then so it's not just so bland or boring or just, you know, it feels like it's got some history to it. By the way, those are the sort of spotlights I was talking about wanting to put inside a hangar that I think would be great for all hangars. Being able to just put those around so you can show off your ships however you like and, you know, keep them stored most of the time. Okay, moving on. Let's not go that way yet. Let's go this way. A lot of these areas I'm not going to stare at every little wall because I did that in the previous video. And I think they're using most of the same, I wanted to say blocks, but same components and modules, geometry, and just copy and pasting it around. This area comes to another under construction area that's been blocked off, though. I love the walkway here, though, and the fact that it's an elevated walkway. You can see down below it, it just drops into, I almost want to say the void, but into, I don't know what down there. You can imagine eventually being able to sneak around down there or something. I'd love to be able to jump over this right now, honestly, and crawl under there and start trying to explore. I'm sure some people might have some success with that. But this area right now, it just looks to be a big landing platform or something like that. That's currently blocked off. Who knows what will come? Who knows? We're going to get a better look at the buildings and stuff behind this in a minute here, though. So let's double back, head this way. Excuse me, sir. There we go. Thank you very much. Some etiquette probably needs to evolve in the community about, like, walking on the right-hand side of people and letting them go past you and silly nonsense like that. So right now you get some people running into each other. Hopefully these signs will also be replaced in the future too, so they actually mean something. As I don't think currently those like J42 signs mean anything. Well, they're gonna need like a directorate, you know, the signs that actually point you towards stuff. Anyway, over here is the area I was saying we get a better look at that building from. Look at this. Hey, it's pretty empty. I know there's like no shops, not much to do, but it's pretty awesome nonetheless. Though I think to just have the view. I mean, it's a great view. A little glitchy in the distance there, as you can see there's some hovering stuff that doesn't look like it should be. Overall, it's an awesome view. It makes me feel like I'm on Coruscant or something. It's absolutely incredible. And then, of course, this is eventually actually going to get turned into shopping stuff. Lots and lots of shopping stuff. Or, who knows, whatever, landing areas maybe. Because I guess this isn't technically the Galleria or whatever. This is just another under construction area. Because right now, it's just a bunch of benches and some stuff sticking out, which looks absolutely awesome. And I want to hop out there and I want to pull cords and see if I can retrofit it and do something else and see if I can call somebody. I just want to poke with stuff. I don't know if we'll be able to poke with everything like I'd like, but I'm hoping the game will have lots and lots of simple things you can poke with and get yourself in trouble and get yourself thrown off planets for, you know, a week or something. Awesome details here, though, on this stuff. Just an incredible amount of detail work and modeled into all this. And of course we get a big spinny fan blowing air out of this thing for why the hell not purposes. Maybe in the future they'll replace that with another one of those just giant glowing gear things like they have in the middle of the other ArtCorp area, or maybe something else. And in the future you can almost bet that for sure they're actually going to make that fan spin instead of just spew air out. Someone is messing with a door somewhere like crazy! Anyway, moving on, let's go ahead and keep on going. Sparky wires, by the way, I thought at first I was really irritated at those sparky wires. But then I see the one clipping the wall, and it's like, okay, they're getting power from somewhere. They're just not magically getting power under these two panels or something. I don't know why, it bugged me a lot. Pretty awesome place, though. Look at that window up there. Imagine that being like your apartment or your office or something. Because you'd have an incredible view straight between these buildings, and then out at that big building there. Oh, that would be pretty damn cool. That would be pretty damn cool. Sorry, I'm starting to look at more and more little details. Anyway, coming soon, Galleria Retail Shopping Center. Gigantic sign right there showing it off. This is going to be for sure shopping areas. Man, I think that guy was trying to hit me. He floored it, didn't he? These people. Oh, well, he's just having a great time. It is hard to drive those things, I'll be honest. The steering does not turn quickly. It's just so slow. I can see the shadow of him on this wall right here. It's just trying so hard to go somewhere. Anyway, here's the shopping area. Yeah, authorized personnel only. I'm authorized. What do we use? Know the hazards. No pedestrian access. Could have tried harder, couldn't have. Protective gear required. I got pretty hefty armor on. Watch for falling material. Watch for moving equipment. Watch for uneven surfaces. I love that little detail they added here. Hopefully in the future, when they keep adding more areas to Area 18 and other planet landing zones and all this stuff, when they do this sort of thing, because basically this is them saying, okay, yeah, in development, we're working on putting in a new area. We want to actually have it be immersive for the people playing the game right now, so we're building out all of this. We can build out the basic layout, and that way you can start to get used to it, and then once we actually get the proper stores and stuff ready, we'll just release it. And who knows, they might even release it in stages. This might come out with the same time when I was mentioning earlier, being able to buy stuff actually in-game. You know, buy yourself with credits you've actually earned from Arena Commander, or however they plan on doing it. To actually buy clothes or little trinkets or guns and play in Star Marine, and who knows, maybe Cubby Blast will actually have a firing range by now. All awesome nonetheless. And I hope in the full game, or once the game gets farther and farther along, and hopefully they'll keep doing this sort of thing forever, and well into the game's actual proper life cycle, and not just early access sort of life cycle, we'll be able to find a way to sneak into one of these cranes and use it, because that would be awesome. And I appear to have been disconnected. Okay, well, that was it. We had seen everything, I believe. I will go ahead and say that they have made some changes to, you know, how there was like the Arena Commander package that you had to buy. The Arena Commander package you had to buy, and the Star Marine package they were going to sell once they got the FPS module ready. They've gone ahead and done away with that being bought separately. If you had early access or beta access and alpha access, you didn't have to buy those. But they eventually made it so it's like, okay, if you're backing the game now so far after we had started this whole adventure, you now have to spend $5 for each of those passes. Thank God they've done away with that, because I actually didn't like that. I could understand the logic behind it. It's like, well, you want the people who backed earlier to feel like they got something out of it, and we want to try to make a extra buck here or there. But honestly, it didn't. As someone who backed not super early, but still got alpha access, I didn't like it, because it just meant if I try to get my friends into it, I have to tell them they have to spend $5 extra if they want to play this component of the game early before the full game's done and all this stuff. It just didn't feel right. So they've done away with that, luckily. So now if you get the game, you just get the game. Please be aware, though, this game, Arena Commander, is going to have a single-player story called Squadron 42. It was originally going to be relatively short. They've decided to actually make it pretty long, like 500-page script or something crazy like that. They have gotten a lot of money, so you can kind of see why they wanted to. And of course, Chris Roberts has a history in the past of making good single-player, incredible games. So they went ahead and expanded out the Squadron 42 game to be, well, pretty hefty. And so now, eventually, they're going to be separating that out from buying the game. Instead of it saying you'll get a digital copy of Squadron 42 and Star Citizen, you'll be able to buy those separately for, well, more than they would be together. So probably if you want to buy the game, do it before that happens, because it's looking like the single player story is going to be pretty awesome. So get it before that happens. Talking about getting the game, you can still get it for around $45. Get yourself a starter package. And speaking about getting the game in a starter package, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys they do have a referral program out there now. So if you'd like to go ahead and get the game and be referred by me, go ahead and look in the description of this video. There'll be my referral code link right down there, as well as probably the referral code itself. I do also have just a link down there to robertspaceindustries.com, which is just the thing if you just want to go ahead and look at it without being referred by anybody if you buy or whatnot. If you do sign up and buy into Star Citizen using a referral code, you get 5,000 in-game credits, and I get some reward thingy-majiggy. You know how it is with referral programs. X number of people you referred get this. It's a bit cheesy, eh? But they're trying to get new folk into the game, and you can't blame them. Alrighty, well, that's it for the referral code stuff. I should also show, or say, the footage you're seeing right now is the Starmap, something EA put out at CitizenCon pretty recently. Pretty awesome thing that. It's got its own music. The sound in the background you're hearing right now is actually from it. It's in your browser. There'll be a link to that as well in the description below. These are basically all the planets and stuff that are going to be in the persistent universe. Who knows how easy or difficult it'll be to get to some of these, and there's jump points actually in the maps showing how to get to them all. Like those lines that just showed up, those are all the different jump points. And there's different size ones based on ships. It's all very awesome, honestly. And you can click on planets and zoom in, and like any second here I'll click on the Earth, and it'll actually give you like a little blurb on that. I'm playing at a high resolution, that's why you probably can't read that text. Anyway guys, I think that's about it. They also changed the chat program today, so the actual chat in-game is slightly more robust. They added, you know, like, I don't know, something around 40 new animations or something crazy like that. Probably not 40. It's pretty damn high though. Even what animations they might have had in the past, like /angry or something, they have like /angry 1, 2, and 3. I was going to put those in the videos, but I started recording that and it was like 20 minutes in and I still wasn't done, so yikes you doodle dandy, eh? Anyways, thanks a bunch for watching. If you back the game, kindly use my referral code or someone else's that you like. And yeah, that's it. Thanks a bunch for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta. So damn cool.